Hi, YouTube. Welcome on in. Hey, we're going to get started with Oregairu, episode number 9, from a very, very impactful episode about what it means to be genuine. And I guess through that, I want to start off by asking you guys this, right? Our whole analysis, because at the end of the day, analysis can take anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, 5 hours, 7 hours, however long, right? Depending on what's there. But I want to go ahead and throw this out to you guys. What is a genuine connection for you? Legitimately speaking, in your life, how many genuine connections do you feel that you have? What roles do these people play in your life and how many are there, right? And the reason why I'm asking this is oftentimes we go through life and we start finding out that the older we get, the harder it is to form some connection. And then the connections that we do form, we try to take them in deep all the time when maybe that necessarily shouldn't be the case, right? Right now, me, your cats, right now, just one, your wife. Sure. But what about and what's that connection like for you? Like, are you like having your wife as a support, as a connection, whatnot? Amazing, right? Having you and your cat, your dog, whatnot, one person, one animal, one whatever, amazing. But does it feel, when you look back, did you have a stronger support network when you were younger than now? And if so, what is that like reflecting on that? Your dad and a friend and a mentor. Thank you so much for this, Hydrate School. I'll leave you with that question. It's an actual introspective question. Take it in, ask yourself that. Why do you feel that way, right? Why do you feel, or how do you feel about the connections that you do have and what roles do they play? With that, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. Oh.
死にたいよ明日学校行きたくないよバカじゃねえのバカじゃねえのバカ
Oh.
死にたい
And I want to start off by saying this. This is how you know he's changing. This is how you know it's actually impacting him on a very big fundamental level. When you guys first opened up to someone, or you guys were first vulnerable, when you guys first had the ability to like open up and share your interpersonal feelings with someone, could be someone that you really cared about, someone that you loved, maybe a friend, could be whatever. What was that like for you? Like, how did you feel afterwards? And I also want to talk about this, and I want to gauge your guys' opinions. Chat, drop a Dorito if you suffer from the symptoms of anxiety, whether that's like social anxiety, any form of anxiety. If I were to tell you guys right now, hey, I want you to yell. Masters, I want you to yell out in public. Or so on and so forth, or Bulbous or Kurt or whatever. I want you to like scream out your emotions if you're out in public, or if you're say in front of people, or in front of your support group, or in front of whatever. How many of you guys would be willing to do it? A lot of people freeze. Why? Being vulnerable is scary, but why? A lot of people have the fear that by opening up, by being loud and obnoxious and being weird, people are going to judge them. Ooh, but guess what? If Senor Pinguino is like, I love you guys. I want you guys to stick together. You guys are fucking amazing. People are judging Senor Pinguino. Does that change Senor Pinguino? Senor Pinguino, has that physically changed your life in some way, shape, or form? Probably not. And the main element that I'm trying to get at is sometimes we put a lot of value into other people's opinions of us, right? And sometimes our own distortions allow that value that we give to others impact us deep in our core, and even react with like, oh no, I'm so embarrassed. Oh no, I want to die. Oh no, I'm never going to do that again. That stops us from doing stuff again because we don't want to get hurt, because we don't want to get judged, because we don't want to stand out. And when we look at Hachiman like this, right? Hachiman, every time he tried to be vulnerable, what has happened in the past? He got rejected. Every time he tried to be, tried to ask a girl out, he would get rejected. It's pain pecco, right? Every time that like he tried to do something, he felt like he needed to go in and self-destruct in order to save other people. He has gotten hurt. Now that he's had the ability to open up a little bit, right? This is just standard psychology thing, right? Valentin, unfortunately, People still carry a lot of like thoughts or beliefs and care a lot about what other people think. Even in older adulthood, it takes a lot of interpersonal work to stop caring about what other people think as much as you care about like yourself. I guess you should care more about what you think than what other people think, but it's a lot of working things. But through that, I want to go ahead and highlight this. For Hachiman in particular, what does this mean? It means he took a step. However, what does taking a step mean? Ladies and gentlemen, if I took a step, like let's say that I was into heavy addiction, right? And all of a sudden I stop, right? And I stop because I think that I'm doing what's best for my family. And let's say something were to happen with my family. Let's say foundationally it were to crumble, or like foundationally there were to be arguments. Do you think that I have the strong, proper support foundation at that time to not be able to relapse? Probably not. And this is why relapsing is normal, and I'm expecting a huge relapse from Hachiman. I'm expecting Hachiman to relapse hard because he has just been so vulnerable that I'm expecting something that will cause him to take a step back and close that off. And be like, no. Taking a step forward carries a risk of taking a step back. Absolutely. Absolutely, my man. Taking a step forward, it's scary, man. Like, how many of you have taken a step forward and have felt fucking terrified from it? I have. Straight up. There's been like huge fucking steps that I've had to take. Whether it was like if you had to move abroad to study at another country or whatever, you probably had to take a giant ass fucking step. If it was like self-help or like, you know, dropping substances or starting to go ahead and better yourself, or maybe even cut friends or individuals like that, those are steps. And it can be fucking scary. Standing up for yourself, breaking up with the person, asking a person out. They're all different steps, developmental steps, right? Going for those job interviews, 100%.
どうしたのお兄ちゃん。
放っておいてくれ。お兄ちゃん今ちょっとアイデンティティクライシスだから。
あのねお兄ちゃん。アイデンティティはあ。往々にして個性言ってるやつに限って個性がねえんだ。だいたいちょっとや外で変わるものが個性なわけあるかよ。
She just called out a majority of Twitter. Fuck! She is also mirroring him, and she's mirroring him in such a great way. Like, honestly, for her as a character to come in, and this is what I'm saying, as siblings, they're amazing. As siblings, you're amazing. The fact that they understand one another, they're able to carry through with one another's jokes and push one another in the right directions.
小松ちゃん、何その言葉遣い、乱暴よ。あと顔が変だわ。
お兄ちゃんの真似だよ。
似てね
何があったか知んないけどさ。今さらそのひねくれた性格が治るわけないじゃん。ゴミちゃんだよゴミちゃん。
Hey, yo.
でもひねくれた性格が治るわけないじゃん。ゴミちゃんだよゴミちゃん。
What is this sussy shot? Hachiman has cake, brothers. The director's like, you know what would be a really good shot for this? Let's have Hachiman on the ground, right? Very scared about the his emotions and, you know, how he's starting to go ahead and develop stuff. And we're going to go ahead and showcase this as a way of saying that, like, how terrified he is, like an animal at fear, or like cowering down on the ground with his kick up in the air and his sister, you know, stepping on him, showcasing the power dynamics of society on introverted people when they try and open up. And meanwhile, we got his cake just up front and center. Equality fan service. It's beautiful, man. It's fucking beautiful. I can't end. Ah, yes, the cake of emotions. Trembling with trauma. It's protecting where trauma is stored, ladies and gentlemen. We all know that trauma is stored in the body, ladies and gentlemen, you know?
でも小町はそういうお兄ちゃん結構好きだよ。あ、今の小町的に超ポイント高い。
Adorable.
そいつはありがとうよ。 俺も結構好きだこういう俺今の8万的に超ポイント高い
何それ。
If Hachiman were to get with one of these individuals, for example, if Hachiman were to get with Yui, would Yukino feel like he was the one that got away? Would Yukino be okay with it? And then flip the script. If Hachiman went with Yukino, would Yui be okay with it? Would they try to interfere in the relationship that is there and cemented? Or would they just be okay and sit in the background? We are looking at two individuals with two very different attachment styles. Two individuals who clearly have a man who has fucking cake. Two individuals who clearly know that they've gone through a lot of trauma and they've seen the sacrifices that one another can do and they care about this individual. If Hachiman ends up with one or the other, would one interfere in that relationship or even be like, oh, I'm just waiting. I'll wait. We all know it's not going to last. You know, I'm going to put a little thing, test her relationship type of thing, or no? She's in high school. She'll get over it. Some people don't. Some people don't necessarily always get over situations. Like some people have a hard time conceptualizing getting school days. Oh, wait, what do you mean by that, Chaos? What is school days? Is that the one people say is a boat? And how do you think the story will progress after finally getting through Hachiman and Yukino's walls? Relapse. I'm thinking that this is going to be Relapse the story. So I'm expecting it. I'm good now, but oh yeah, no, same here, Rebecca. Same here, but yeah, dude, it's not an easy road. Not an easy road to recovery at all. I feel that one would try to distance and the other one would try to pull the other back. So question comes in here. Who do you guys think would be the most destructive out of both of them? Yui or Yukino? If you got in a relationship with one or the other, who do you think would be like the most destructive out of both of them? I think at the moment we have two very immature, or they're teenagers. They're fucking teenagers. I think Chaos would probably be... No, I'm kidding. I think Yui would probably be one of my answers. I think Yui would probably be one of the individuals who, because she has an anxious attachment, and we've seen that anxious attachment come through and solidify itself with Hachiman, would try and label and or placate certain instances. I think Yui has an instance of reframing. And I feel like she would try and reframe, if Hachiman got together with Yukino, their relationship to try and see how she can fit in. Or be like, I'll wait. Yukino, I feel like, would do a similar aspect, but in a more closed-in version, where it's like, if Hachiman chose Yui, I feel like she would be like, you know what? I'm going to close myself off because clearly I don't deserve love. I don't deserve to love. I don't deserve to be here. I'll let them be happy. I'll fake smile until the end of days, but it's evident that even like I don't deserve happiness. And then let's say that like there's a no root solution, right? There is a no root solution. Let's say that Hachiman ends up with Sensei or Iroha or somebody else. Then you have these two that can legitimately still maintain an aspect of their friendship. And meanwhile, Hachiman can, I don't know that he didn't cause any form of rupture, even though there probably is going to be a rupture and repair if he doesn't decide to go out and pick, or if he picks one or the other. Anyway, with that being said, let's go.
こんにちは。
God damn, why do they make her... Is it just me or is she more and more beautiful every episode? In like a non-weird way. Like, what the fuck, bro? Yukino's amazing.
今日のことだけれど、場所と時間を教えておいてもらえるかしら。
Oh.
それ、由比ヶ浜が来てからでいいか。
そうね。二度でもいいよね。
The fact that she even chooses to break the silence, though, I think there's a lot of feelings. There's a lot of feels being thrown out there. I'm not gonna lie to you. I fucking love this. And I love it because at some point in time, you will be in a situation like this. You'll be in a situation where there's a lot that's being said without things being said. There's a lot of mending in relationships that are happening without necessarily words being spoken, right? Cry, score, yeah. The last shot of the opening, remember to go back and look at it. But when we're looking at this, one of the key things that also comes through with it is if someone were to hurt Hachi, who would have come to his rescue, chat? Okay, I'll let you keep that in mind. Yeah, she said it!
こんにちは。
Oh. It's the anxious and the avoidant. They're the anxious and the avoidant. You have the cat and the doggo. You literally have Yukino the cat and Yui the doggo. Literally. They're right there. They're right there, brother. That's so fucking beautiful. And it's beautiful to see just the way that they're like, you know, instantly the cat dog, instantly trying to go and keep up that dynamic. And, you know, I guess all eyes are on Yukino. Is she ready to take the step, right? Is she ready to take the step? I think she is.
由比ヶ浜さん、ちょっと離れてもらえるかしら。そうだよね。
Oh.
そういうわけでも。
Yeah, hello.
よろしくね。状況はあまり良くなさそうね。そうなんですよ。
なんだよ。
いえ、別に。
That's how you know you fucked up, my boy. That's how you know you fucked up. When a girl gives you that fucking look, man. When it's like the power plays, bro. Inoka just staring deep into their fucking soul, brother. The power dynamics instantly, like. And Hachiman doesn't even fucking recognize it. It was such a casual thing because he's doing this every day, right? In our habits, we just fall into it without thinking too much into them. But when people may have feelings for you, guess what? You go into an environment like this, oh, bro, that's gonna pull some shit out instantly. Like, oh. Damn. Just both of them being like, oh shit, oh that's amazing. But it clearly showcases like, hey, if you're not actively being involved, right, in working things out or forming habits or making memories or experiences, the world keeps going on without you, unfortunately, in that regard, right? Also, that clearly their dynamics have greatly improved.
なんだよ。
いえ、別に。そうそう、別に。
とりあえず覚悟だけはしとけよ。
Oh, here we go.
おや、そちらは初めて見るニューフェイスだね。
Yo, we coming in here to set up a show. Yeah, you just gotta wrap it out, right? Back to the jargon boys, gotta throw out crypto, right? Gotta talk about, yeah, got time to throw hands and just fucking nonstop tea time.
予想以上ね。見ているだけでも苛立つわ。だね。それでどうしよっか。
わからん。
まあ、とりあえずできることを考えようよ。ね。
課題はちゃんとできたようだな。
原告に課題なんて出てませんよ。
では、相談とやらを聞こうか。
So if here's a question for you guys, and I hate to ask this. Is Hachiman Sensei's pet project? Is Sensei trying to save Hachiman from going down a route of loneliness similar to her? Where she wishes she was given similar advice or advice like that so she can maybe have more friends and have a fucking husband in life like that. You gained a harem. Congrats. Probably. The reason why I see this, though, is like the way that she comes through, right, is something like going above and beyond what a teacher should do. A teacher should definitely be a guider, should be a counselor, should be able to go in and like help out, straighten things out, right? But to an extent, we also have to have professional boundaries, even in the teaching field. When it comes to this, it makes me wonder, is the teacher doing this in a way to like a reflection thing where it's like, in a way, by helping Hachiman, she's helping herself, psychologically speaking. And a lot of people do this. A lot of adults fucking do this, man. A lot of adults think that like by helping out younger people, they're helping themselves out, or younger versions of themselves out, even unknowingly, subconsciously, whatever, right? And it's like, oh, I feel fulfilled in helping out, like, you know, younger people not do the same mistakes. And it's like, why, right? Because you wanted someone to be there and do that for you. Because you're trying to fill in the role of someone that was missing in your life, a critical piece, a critical milestone. It's interesting stuff. Interesting stuff.
で、まずは予算というわけか。
Is that bad? Yeah, it can be. It absolutely can be, especially if it goes undetected. Especially like if your life is in complete shambles, or you're missing milestones in your life, whether that's family, esteem. Let me bring this up. Hold on. If you're missing any of these, right, and you're out there and you're trying to fix someone up like a pet project or whatever, what does that say? You don't have your hierarchy of needs together. Like, let's say that you don't have family, right? Like actual family, whatever that may mean. Healthy sexual intimacy, healthy friendships, healthy esteem, confidence, whatever. And you're trying to help out others. It means that you're literally displacing. You're using it as a coping mechanism. So with that being said, when we're looking at a situation like this, I think one of the main elements that we need to go ahead and consider is, do you guys think that Sensei is a squirter, right? After going through all of it. Wait, what do you mean back? I'm fucking with y'all. We got Isekai. You were dropping frames for a minute. For 10 seconds. Yeah. Well, welcome on back, chat. Welcome on back. You guys were probably rushed through along. But no, the main element that I'm trying to say is like, if individuals are missing aspects of this and they're trying to help out others, is that healthy, chat? There was a stream glitch, and I come back to Ed asking if Sensei is a squirter. Oh, that's so good, man. That was such a good fucking. I had a feeling that like you guys were gonna come in at that time. Chaos. So the main question that I'm trying to ask though is, with this, right? Is it healthy if things are missing? Probably not, and I think that's one of the main regards in that, right? And that's one thing to always keep in mind. Individuals that are hurt will try and hurt other people, and sometimes individuals that are hurt will try and help out others in situations where it should, like, they may not necessarily be in the best form to help out. Anyway, let's keep going, ladies and gentlemen.
君たちはクリスマスの何たるかを分かっていないようだな。
はい。
どういうものか見せてやろう。じゃじゃーん。これだ。
どうしたんですかこれ。4枚も。
結婚式の二次会で当ててな。それも2回。一人で2回行けるね。
Sensei! You can go twice by yourself! Sensei! They fucking roast her. Oh, I can fix her. Chat, I'll take one for the team. You know, I'll fucking take one for the team, chat. I don't fucking mind it.
ちょっとなんてこと言うんですか。この人なら一人で4回行った後、案外楽しくなっちゃって自腹で5回目も行くに決まってるだろう。下手すると6回目の時に俺が一緒に行っちゃうまである。
Oh no.
誰か早くもらってあげて。
これをやるから少し勉強してきたまえ。それに息抜きにもな。いいん
ですか？なんでこんなクソ混んでる時に。
No. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an advanced psychology. Now that we've come to a point where we can go ahead and do this, I'm assuming Destiny Land is sort of like a fucking theme park or whatever the fuck they were talking about right now. Let's go ahead and go into it, shall we? Guys, welcome to Advanced Psychology 101, we're gonna go into it, which is so there's different versions of propinquity. There's proximity propinquity and there's perplexity propinquity. And this is why I wanted to go and solidify what is propinquity in the first place in order to go ahead and have that, right? In order to go ahead and have the instance of being able to go ahead and talk about this, right? Propinquity in the basic aspects was just a 101. Now we're talking into proximity or perplexity, right? So what does that mean? Proximity, closeness equals closeness. We're getting world building of propinquity. Closeness equals closeness. If I'm close to you, right, and we already have a bit of propinquity happening, what does that mean? It means that we're allowing ourselves, oye, despacio, cerebrito. It means that we're allowed to get closer and closer, even through a social cultural standpoint. Oh, they're dating already. How many of you guys have heard that? You've been with a friend, just friendly, and people are like, oh, when are you guys going to date? When are you guys going to get married? And you guys were just friends. Oh, are you guys dating? I've gotten that a lot. But that's because of proximity propinquity. That's because even through a social cultural perspective, individuals will start looking at the propinquity levels and start assuming because of proximity equals closeness. Closeness equals closeness. When we're looking at a situation like this, who do you think would try and enable this? I can definitely see like going into a land, going into a theme park, going on dates, what would be considered a date, allows you to go ahead and form different averages or different instances of propinquity, right? So therefore, they're all going to get pinged. And whenever you're playing a propinquity game, it's like you're playing tennis. This is the most stressful D&D multi-class I've seen. It's like you're playing tennis. When you're pinging someone, you're pinging the other side, and you got to wait for them to ping back. Why? Because otherwise... Hey, how you doing? You up? What are you up to? Oh my God, that movie last night was so funny. Wow, have you seen this? Hey, we should really hang out. What are we doing this week? Hey, do you want to come over? And blah, blah, blah. What are you doing? If all you're doing is pinging and you're not getting any pings back, you're just playing a tennis game by yourself. There's no one on the other side. You're not getting the ping sent back to you. That is what brings in perplexity. Propinquity. Tennis game, you say? Yep. Perplexity propinquity is layers. So, for example, I can come out here, right? I don't know if chaos is still here, but imagine me being like pretty cold, right? And then being like, I'm going to make a cute little ponytail, or actually, you know what? I'm going to make what are they called? Yeah, a two-sided ponytail there, right? I'm going to wear a cute little hat. And I'm going to act cold at first, right? Because I'm seeing everyone else around me. But then I'm going to be like, ooh, like, oh my God, like, I'm wearing this cute clothes. Oh, you know, and like, I don't like you, but I like you type of thing, right? Twin tails, thank you. I don't know if penguinos can play things like that, right? But the main element that I'm trying to bring that is because it's perplex. Because there's two different thought patterns or emotions that are fighting one another, right? On the one side, I want to seem cool and collected, and I can't necessarily show society what I'm truly feeling or what I'm truly like going through. On the other side, though, internally, I'm like, hey, let's say that it's all four of these girls, right? Or all three of these girls. And let's say that it's three guys and or I'm one of those three guys in chaos, right? For example. Two of the guys are hitting on them, right? Just like, hey, you know, they're being trying, like one of them's like, oh, like super duper overly attached, trying to do the proximity propinquity. Another one might just be like, hey, I'm just here for whatever, right? All of a sudden, perplexity propinquity, I might just be like, hey, I don't want to necessarily come off this way. I don't want to come off the other way as well. I'm having two internal thoughts. How should I present in public versus how I feel inside? What do I listen to? Do I listen to a feeling that I have to go ahead and repress and not completely show out? Or do I go the other way? That is an interesting topic. And I don't expect the show to go this way. But if it does, it's fucking amazing because it's great character writing. And that is what a good author, a good character writer will do, you know? How do the combinations of these relate to love languages? People often mistake love languages as being solid. Love languages are fluid, right? And for example, your attachment styles can change as you grow, right? based on like, do you have support networks? Have you grown through, like healed through your trauma, whatever, right? Your love languages also change as you grow, right? For instances, when you're young and you know whatnot, you might be a horny individual, and you think, oh, gift giving equals pleasure, pleasure equals good, right? But maybe as you start to grow, you start to discover, hey, I just want quality time with people, and I really want, like, you know, not the physical touch, but just words of affirmation to know that I'm playing a role in this person's life, more so than physical touch or gift giving or whatever, right? So your love languages start to change, and these types of propinquities will also showcase a little bit more of what you're looking for in that regard. Interesting. Anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and continue. Sorry, guys. I don't know if that was too much. If you guys are okay with doing 102 topics like this, it is, absolutely.
そうね。私もあまり。
いいじゃん、行こうよ。
Perplexity propinquity is still closeness, but it's closeness like perplex, i.e. multi-layered closeness with internal battles for relationship attachment or repair, relationship repair / attachment. So it's like multi-layered, like you can be feeling one thing and another and still having those internal battles while also trying to attach to an individual. And a lot of people find that mysterious. A lot of people find, like, that's where you get like people saying, oh my God, he's so mysterious. It might not be that he's mysterious. It might just be that he's a perplexed propinquity individual that like is literally battling multiple things. So he gives off hot and cold without necessarily knowing that.
パンさんのバンボーファイトあるよ。
Yeah.
いつでも
Panda panda.
わざ
Oh.
わざ混んでいる時を狙う必要は。
今だとクリスマス仕様になってるんじゃない？
いいえ。例年バンブーファイトは通常仕様よ。そもそも世界観の方が重要視されているアトラクションだもの。
らしいな。
このくらい一般常識の範疇よ。
行こうよ。
絶対に嫌。
私、ユキノンと一緒に行きたいな。だってさ、最近ずっとあれだったし、せっかくだし。
Oh.
グッズ。グッズならパンさんのクリスマスバージョンが出るんじゃねえの。そういう感じので小町のクリスマスプレゼント選びたいんだが。
Oh.
いいじゃんそれ。みんなで選ぼう。
Bro, that sensei look. That sensei look. That sensei look. She's like, yeah. Uh-huh. Sure. There's gonna be Christmas style. Fuck that sensei look. I'm my boy. My boy. That's so good, man. 8-Man coming up with the reason. Sensei's the Christmas cake that keeps on giving.
そういうことなら、まあ仕方ないわね。
っていうか、この4人で行くんですか？
私は年間パスポートがあるから。
Sensei's gonna go. Sensei's gonna go.
じゃあもう一人呼んだ方がいいですね。
Oh no. Oh no, I thought Sensei was gonna go. Why? I'm so excited for Sensei to go. Oh, I was so excited for a date with Sensei. Fuck me. It should have been her. Of course.
引きをいんの？
引き音が超ウケるわ。引谷君だし。
どっちも違うんですけどね。なんであいつらもいるんだ。
だってイロハちゃんの味方だけするってわけにはいかないじゃん。私も板挟みで大変なんだよ。
Bruh. How uncomfortable would that be? Socially speaking, even psychologically speaking, in that, right? So in a situation like this, how many of you guys are happy when individuals bring more people to a party or to like an event without letting you know? In general, if you give me a heads up, I'm okay with it. However, if it's an important event, right, or it's something that I thought was going to be a special day, a special whatever, say that I'm like, hey, let's go out for dinner and you invite your friends and whatnot. And it's like, you know, I was trying to make this just the two of us to be able to go and connect and talk about something important. Oof. Right? And so it's very dependent for me I don't know about for you guys, but sometimes that can break, that can cause a rupture, especially if that's all you do. However, we have to consider they are teenagers. They grow through socialization. People grow through socialization and expectations. So we'll see. We'll see. Oh. His soul's getting. Hey yo, hey yo.
取れたよ。ありがとう。由比ヶ浜さん。
勝手に取るなよ。
だって言ったら二人とも取らせてくれないじゃん。だからといって勝手に取っていい理由にはならないでしょ。ごめんね。次はちゃんと言うから。次はないわ。
There won't be a next time. What? Wait.
取っていい理由にはならないでしょ。ごめんね。次はちゃんと言うから。次はないわ。
Watch her ask for the fucking picture later. Fucking print it out. Put it in her entire room. Like it's just fucking filled with whatever picture that Yui just took. Just filled to the brim with that picture. She puts it in her fucking diary. I can totally see fucking Yukino just going wild with that one. Oof. I had to close the app and reopen to fix it. Ah, okay.
This ここはクリスマス色があまりないから参考にならないんじゃないかしら。
どうするよ俺。はやとくん一緒に乗るべ。
トベあんたさ
戸部先輩、邪魔ですよ。
いや俺これ苦手だ。
はあ？戸部っち大変そうだね。
I don't think she gets a lot of credit for how she is as an individual. But I'll ask chat this. Guys, how many of you guys would actually date her? How many of you guys would, like, if you guys were around the same age or whatever, would like an individual or would be okay with an individual with this type of personality? I forget her name. Girl with glasses, highly into yaoi. Abina, thank you. Would? Question mark, chat? Would? In the... Fujoshi, there you go. And the reason why I ask this is there's some individuals that draw different lines depending on the character, right? You seeing that people are already drawing lines. Some are like, if she doesn't drop the yaoi, right? Some are saying maybe. What is the stipulation that keeps you from going from a maybe to a yes? Or vice versa?
ここは引谷くんが助けてあげて。
やめてくれ。
いいよ。一緒に乗ろう。飛べ。
Hey, yo!
あの時さ、ごめん。ギクシャクしてたのってそのせいだったりするのかな。
関係ねえよ。そっちは。
うん。おかげさまで。
She's a bit too intense. If she keeps it in the Discord servers. Girl, she playing up a storm. Bro, she's playing up a storm. Inoha just yamete kudasai. Oh wait, you're not the one I wanted. Like, just the entire fucking interaction through this is golden, and it's great because it's, you know, the different modalities, different interactions.
あんた大丈夫？
あ、ミラ先輩でしたか。
マジ顔色悪くない？水いる？
ありがとうございます。
三浦いい人だな。
ユキノン大丈夫？ 大丈夫よ。人混みに当てられているだけだから。
Panda.
行きましょうか。
ここもクリスマス食ゼロなんだ。
It's happening already, chat. It's happening already, chat. It's happening already. We're seeing the different interactions of propinquity levels here. Oh my fucking god. And Yui's just like, hey, you're coming with me. And meanwhile, Yukino's over here like debate. Oh, it's so good. Everyone has their vices.
バンブーファイトの世界に行ってらっしゃ
静かに。
まさかの死後現金どんだけ集中してんだよ。
パンさんって目可愛くなくないそれより足おしゃまキャットメリーちゃんとか見たい
Bruh.
そうですかこれとか超可愛いですよね葉山先輩
意識のあれはアンさん可愛いって言ってる私可愛いアピールなんだけどな。
That's golden. Hachiman, you do got to be careful though. Any action that you do now is going to have repercussions going forward. If I was like, hey, Lumps, I got you this Dry Erase limited edition expo marker, you know, from this place here. I think you're amazing. I think you're awesome. And you take it. And JP's like, I thought you were going to get me something. Guess what? I'm now causing a rupture. And shit can turn quickly, right? However, if I give, like, say that I'm like, hey, you know, being flirty with both of y'all or whatever, again, ruptures can happen. He has to walk such a fine line at this moment that I think it's a lot of stress. I know, limited edition marker fucking goated.
うっとうしい可愛い邪魔くさい恥ずかしい。
ヘッキーくんが欲しいものは何かな
Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. And the piano in the background. Bro, this hits.
本当に混んでるね
よくこんな時期に来る気になるよな。できるならもう来たくねえな。
でも私はまた来たいな。
いつでも来れるだろ。近いんだし。
そういうことじゃないんだけど。
Oh.
待っててもどうしようもない人はまたない。
Oh.
待たないで、こっちから行くの。
まあ、この時期のランドはあれだが、隣のわりかし新しい方はどうなんだろう。
Oh. I know.
こっちは結構静かかも。
そうか。まあ、そのうちな。
そのうちね。
さて、選ぶか。
ヘッキー、これどう
Are those dog ears? Or cat ears?
小町さん、どれが気に入りそうかしら。
Why do they do this? 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 They fucking make you feel attached, man. Like I'm kind of starting to feel bad for Yui. I love Yui, but I'm starting to feel bad for Yui. And same thing for Yukino as well. Like I'm starting to feel bad for both of them because at the end of the day, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna fucking hurt. Whoever he ends up with is gonna hurt. Those are definitely all for Komachi. All of them. Every single one of them.
そんなに本気出さなくても大丈夫だからね。
ねえユキノ
何？
ヘイヘッキー写真撮って写真
え、おう。
When I was talking about cat dog, I didn't think that they would literally put on the fucking pieces. You know, I didn't think that we would literally get a cat, bear, dog. I don't know what the fuck Yui is with those ears, but I didn't think we'd get. That's so golden, dude. That is such a golden moment. Oh. Da, 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 da.
大丈夫か？
Oh, now Yukino and him have to have this special moment. Why do they do this?
行くか。
そうね。
Ah, romance enemies, man.
出ねえし。ここまで来たら乗った方が早そうだな。出口で待ってるかもしれないし。
そうね。
もしかしてお前こういうの苦手？
苦手というわけでもないけれど。
そういうの先に言えよ。戻るぞ。
Who do I personally ship? Yui with Yukino? No, I ship everyone X therapy. I'm gonna be straight up with you. I ship everyone X therapy. 100%. They all need fucking therapy more so than they need a relationship at this point in time. Like, I get it. They're teenagers. Hormones are fucking raging. Attachments happen. Experiences happen, right? That's such a cop-out answer, but okay. Everyone X therapy. Hachiman needs a lot of fucking therapy if he wants to be able to love effectively. Otherwise, whoever he gets in a relationship with in the long run, it might turn, like he might relapse into ways where they might not be able to help him. In the long run, whoever his first relationship is, I have to say I'm sorry. Because if he's not able to work on shit and actively better himself, he's going to relapse hard, and that relationship will more than likely, like as a relationship psychologist, break after a while. Would it not be better if they deal with things themselves? No, because you're dealing with things with your own schema. It's okay to deal with shit, some things with yourself. When you have a lot of like ingrained trauma or a lot of like, what ends up happening is, imagine this. I have a trauma where I think all guys are trash. Just imagine it, right? I have an ingrained trauma that I think all guys are trash, and I try working on it. Guess what? Am I really gonna touch base at the core as to why I think that and try and fix it? Probably not. Probably I'm gonna curtail around it and try and find other solutions to not address that core root. If therapy was a common thing in Japan, you wouldn't have a channel. Just in the world, Sec. Unfortunately, mental health is still very much taboo to talk about in a lot of cultures and a lot of places. So it's not just a Japan thing, it's a whole worldwide thing. In fact, even at work, like for example, if I were to tell you this, if you guys are working right now, how many of you guys are comfortable talking about your mental health at work? Not a lot of people are. Even in the mental health field, I know a lot of therapists are super duper anxious, have depression, anxiety, so on and so forth. And they're not even comfortable talking about their own experiences in that regard at work. There's a lot of things that still need to progress and a lot of like issues that need to be fixed. Hence why I'm saying they need therapy. They really, really fucking do. Otherwise, the feeling that I have is he gets together with one of them. They go well for the first couple of weeks, months. Something happens that causes Hachiman to relapse. When Hachiman relapse, the other person's going to try and bring them up. It's only going to cause Hachiman to relapse even further. The person's going to be estranged and weirded out why the distance is being created. Going to try and get closer. Hachiman unknowingly does try to go ahead and attach and then push away, causing a big rupture. And that process may solidify 2 or 3 more times where they might fix things temporarily and go up and out, up and out, up and out, into a point where that relationship completely dissolves into more of a friendship than a relationship. In comes in the other aspect. If that person is at his low, if Hachiman's at an all-time low, and say that like he gets with Yui, right? And Yukino's there, he might be trying to reach out to connect with the person that he's connected with in the past to try and heal whatever like trauma or whatever issues came out of this relationship dissolution with Yui. So he might be going over for Yukino in that regard. Or vice versa. If he's with Yukino and say that they were together for a bit and looks all healthy and whatnot, if they don't go to therapy and they're not able to actively work on themselves and call shit out, what might end up happening is that rupture and repair process, and then he might just be lost and you might be trying to find some comfort in the other character. Yeah, and especially if like Yukino or Yui, it's like, oh, I'm here for you throughout like the entirety of the other relationships, a lot easier in that regard. Anyway.
大丈夫よ。
いや、あんま得意じゃないんだろ。
大丈夫だと言ってるでしょ。
アホか。別に意地張るようなことでもないだろう。
違うの。本当に大丈夫だから。あんまり自信はなかったのだけれど、由比ヶ浜さんと一緒の時は大丈夫だったから。だから多分大丈夫よ。
My man, riding an iceberg with the girl that may like you.
バー握ってなくて大丈夫だぞ。
そうよね。
本当に得意じゃなさそうだな。
ええ、昔姉さんがちょっとね。姉さん、こういうところに来るといつもちょっかい出してきたの。
なんか想像つく。
How?
その時の姉さんがまたすごく楽しそうでね。姉さんはいつもそう。
Well, that's some sister trauma right there and a half.
ねえ、引き金くん。
Bro, don't fucking raise up that flag. Don't raise up that flag. Don't raise up that flag. Why she gotta raise up that flag? Why she gotta raise up that flag? Like, what the fuck?
私を助けてね。
Absolute cinema. Oh no. No. Question for you guys. Are we ever going to see Yukino's mom? Like, are we ever going to get an interaction between Yukino's mom and Hachiman? That's what I'm curious about. Because it's clear that there's some fundamental differences in approaches and stuff.
病人から金を巻き上げるのは気が引ける。
そうはいかないわ。
救急車は金取らねえだろ。
救急隊員だって正当な報酬を。前にもこういうことがあったわね。
そうだったか。
店員に取ってもらった景品を。
ああ、あれな。
あの後あなたいきなり姉さんのことを言い当てるから驚いたわ。
見ててなんとなく思っただけだ。それにあの人見抜かれても取り繕わないしな。
そうね、それも姉さんの魅力なんだと思う、姉さんは昔からいろんな人に愛されてきた。私はおとなしくて手がかからないいい子だと言われたけど、その裏で愛想がない、可愛げがない、いろいろ言われていたこと知ってるの。
同じこと俺も言われたな。
あなたのそれは
In your case, that's the
生
truth.
意気とか生ゴミとかそういうものでしょ。
ちょっと最後のなんかすごくなかった
But they're okay. But legitimately, the way that like Hachiman is able to be with Yukino, I think is a lot more relaxed than he is with Yui. Like at this point in time. At this point in time, I think like Yukino might be the better choice. You guys can come after me. You guys can come after me. But as of this point in time, I think that Yukino might be the better choice for Hachiman at this point in time.
でも私はどう振る舞えばいいのかわからなかった。
まだあの人みたいになりたいと思ってるのか？
どうかしら。今はあまり思わないけれど。ただ姉さんは私にないものを持っているから。
それが欲しいとか。
いいえ。なんで私はそれを持っていないんだろうって自分に失望するの。あなたもそうよ。あなたも私にないものを持っている。ちっとも似てなんかいなかったのね。
Damn.
だから別のものが欲しかったんだと思う。私にできることが何もないって気づいてしまったから。あなたも姉さんも持っていないものが欲しくなった。それがあれば救えると思ったから。
何をだ？
さあ、何かしら。
Don't give me those eyes. Don't give me those eyes. Don't give me those fucking eyes. Oh my god. Yui, you literally allowed them the perplexed propinquity to happen. You're allowing perplexed propinquity to happen, right? Yui, you're in an uphill battle now. You're in an uphill battle. Oh no, is this one of those moments you compare to season 1 Yukino and like, damn. Yeah, Yukino's grown a lot. For Yui, it's like they boarded the feels train, the express train of feels, and you were just a little late.
別に構わないわ。
Oof.
それよりパレードの写真撮っといてくれたか？
パンさんも撮れたよ。ちょっとデータを確認させてもらっていい？
言ってくれればそっち行きましたよ。
あれ、ハヤトは？
なあ、ユミコ、こっちこっち。
おめ何？
Oh no, brother. Oh no, brother.
始まるわね。
Fireworks are so pretty because you can hide when people are crying. You know, people might like when people see fireworks, I've seen a lot of people get emotional. They start tearing up. And like some people, they'll like really, really get into them. It's just like tears and whatnot. And some people just start ugly crying. So fireworks are a really good way of just drowning out the sound of tears. I can totally see where this is going. I hope that it's not a confession in that way, brother. And that like something that's supposed to be magical comes through with like genuine fucking like waterworks. Whoa, it's ruined for me now. Hey, yo. No, don't try and... Fucking knew it. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Told you we couldn't hear a fucking thing. Fireworks. Amazing at drowning out. I had a fucking feeling, man. You're running towards the rebound. No. YOLO, what the fuck? And it's not. I'm not laughing because she got heartbroken. I'm just saying the setup there was like, oof. Ed just has the books of all social interaction remembered in his head or some shit, man. Oh man, when you've gone through a lot of like, you've heard a lot of stories and you've gone through a lot of like helping out others. I had a couple a long time ago, right? They were talking about trauma in their past. And one of them was talking about something similar like this, right? Where they confessed to someone during 4th of July and they couldn't hear what they were saying. And at first they thought they were saying yes, but they were saying no. So they had to wait for the visual clue of saying no. Then they started crying and their family thought that they couldn't hear them because of the fireworks. So it turned into one giant fucking mess. That's why I was like, yeah, fireworks drown out the sound of your fucking tears at that point. Lily, how you doing? Yeah, it's been a hot minute. How you doing, Lollipop? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're practicing that self-care. Well, come on in. How have you been? What have you been up to? Hope you're doing well. But no, overall, I know, long time no see. Holy shit, that sounds so bad. Yeah. Oh man, yeah, that story is trauma. That's why I'm looking at this and I'm like, fireworks, fantastic way of drowning out sound. Fantastic way of doing it, going through everything. What have you been up to, Lily? Hope you've been doing well. Poor Iroha, though. That sucks, though. Oof. All right. Well, we got to the ending, ladies and gentlemen. Which, holy shit, my main thing is this. How do you guys feel? And actually, have you ever been broken up with? That's the first genuine question, chat. And second off, have you ever run away from a confession or a breakup? I do it outside.
贈り物をするすべての人たちの中でこの2人が最も賢かったのです。世界中のどこよりも誰よりも賢者の贈り物。って本当に？夫婦でもっとちゃんと話し合えばいいのに、この2人コミュニケーション不足で別れそう。
Oh God. Oh God. For a fucking little kid to be telling you this?
もう一遍言ってみろ。いや、言ってください。
キモい。
もう一遍。いや、3回。
バカバカ。
So I think the reason why I like these episodes and the reason why I actually love the way that like Oregairu tackles a lot of the social issues is the characters are dynamic, right? In that the world is genuinely affecting the characters in more way than them just staying stagnant, right? Maybe not today, maybe on Sunday, depending on how you guys continue to vote. But my main regard throughout everything is how hard or easy is it to make friends? And how hard or easy is it to make and keep those connections alive? And that's the main regard. Friends, what is that? A new anime? Oof, YOLO, oof. I'll be honest, I've noticed it, and this is something that I talk about with a lot of adults that are like growing up, right? Or a lot of adults that are growing up. A lot of like preteens to like teenagers to young adults. Like it gets harder, right? You have the advantage of going to school, of college, of university, of all that stuff to have proximity propinquity, right? Closeness or whatnot with individuals around you to make friends. However, as you keep going and you keep adulting, right? Everyone has families, they have a work, they have 1,001 other things, and it's harder to maintain and it's harder to even make friends. I've had a 38-year-old client come into my office one day and ask me, how do I make friends? Like, what is the process of making friends? And not online friends, not Discord friends, not anything like that, but like genuine, like, like a genuine friendship. So we had to talk about what they liked and how they could go ahead and go into certain things. It's rough. It's rough. When I was a kid, it was easier. Like I had nothing else to do in life. So it's busy now. So much energy to think of just a text. Absolutely. And a lot of people come home from work or school. They pass out. They're tired. You chill on the couch, watch Netflix, Hulu, whatever you're into, and like chill out. So something that they have going for in this show altogether is that like this is the prime time for a lot of people to make their like friendship groups or their support networks, right? Now, granted, is that support network supposed to stay with you your entire life? Probably not. Not your high school friends, right? But as you keep going through it, you'll probably start finding or making true friends as you keep going through. It's a two-way street, so it's not hard to put in the effort making a friend. But if they don't return the energy, it's harder to build that deeper connection. Absolutely. Absolutely, Raka. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we got to the end of that episode, and it's a very interesting episode because at least we got Iroha to take a step. Even if it didn't go as planned, we got her to take a step. On the other hand, we're starting to see some of the connections start coming alive, and that might be a major component. I'm afraid of what this season's going to end, of how the season's going to end, to be honest with you. I have a feeling that the season is going to end in a confession. And it's gonna be like, I don't know, like fucking Masters and Coffee confessing to me and being like, Papi Ed, we love you. Or something like that, right? But towards more of like Hachiman, probably with Yui and Yukino. That's the way I see the season going, because we're clearly seeing the connections that are starting to happen pretty instantly. How is Hachiman gonna take that? Who the fuck knows? I don't know.